Okay, this week, retention marketing really got flipped on its head. So many news and big stories coming out. Really, we got Yotpo, exit, and what next? I'm Daniel. I'm the head of retention at Hayes Media. So today I have with me Jordan Hayes, the CEO of Hayes Media. Welcome, Jordan.
Yeah, it's great to be here again. This one is a very interesting video because a lot of new topics that maybe some of them you're aware of, some of them not aware of, and we're going to help you navigate those today. It's very important as an e-com brand when you're scaling, and email marketing is becoming a big part of your business to be on top of these things. So yeah, let's dive right into it. We're going to be framing each of these to be as applicable and actionable as possible for your business. So where should we start?
Okay, I'm going to start by putting you a little bit on the hot seat. So from your seat, the chairman at Hayes Media, what has changed most for DTC brands in retention? And even you could talk about a bit about paid ads in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
So if you're using Yotpo a lot, if you were using Yotpo for your email, obviously you guys might know that Yotpo have closed their email division, or they will be closing it by the end of this year, which means that you need to find a new email platform. I guess, yeah, migrating to a platform is pretty easy. It's not the end of the world. It does cause a little bit of disruption. You know, feel bad for all the Yotpo employees who now are laid off and currently don't have a job. Also, time of recording this is August. It's the summer slump. August is like the toughest month for e-commerce brands, especially when you're running ads, because you tend to see like a slowdown unless you're selling something that's very seasonal, and August could be your best month, right? If it's very summer focused, although even then you're kind of coming to the end of summer. So yeah, back to school is currently what's, popping right now. Also Labor Day, which is coming up on September 1st. So with all that being said, we've lent further into email marketing and retention marketing with our brands this month to be able to offset a lot of that headwind when it comes to ads. And just goes to show, like, you shouldn't be reliant on just one source of new customer acquisition. Email is a source of new customer acquisition because there's a lot of people on your list who are not yet customers. Okay, so yeah, I just say those points, but yeah, I know you have a lot more source to cover.
No, that's really good. So as the CEO, chairman, what you're saying is the main highlights you've seen is Yotpo. I mean, that's been on everyone's mind. And also, ads. Basically, there has been a little bit, I've been seeing it on LinkedIn. I've been seeing it online, like ad costs are rising, CACs are high. It's like, how do we offset that with retention marketing? And like you said, with clients that don't rely on seasonal, August being like their month type thing, it's like they're relying more on email to offset, their upsells, cross-sells, to improve LTV, to offset those costs. So yeah, interesting, definitely interesting. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the platform shakeup. So let's go a bit deeper into Yotpo. And I know that Yotpo right now are suggesting they're having like a partnership with Omnisend and Attentive. So a lot of their clients that they're saying, hey, like we can help you migrate to these. Now we're actually doing something a little bit different. We're not recommending our clients to go to Omnisend. So I guess the question that's on everyone's mind, especially brands who are in Yotpo, they're being flooded with this information like, hey, go with Omnisend, hey, go with Attentive, but still thinking, is that the right choice for me? What's next for the brand? And really thinking about this migration as an opportunity to grow rather than like a setback. So I'm curious what your opinion is on that.
So the first thing you mentioned as an opportunity, and I think that's what you have to think of it as. It's an opportunity to migrate to a platform that's going to give you more features, better functionality, is more robust. And we're actually in the process of migrating a client from not Yotpo, but another email platform to Klaviyo. Most of our brands are on Klaviyo. It's not the only email platform that we manage, but we found that Klaviyo for e-com is just all round. It just gives you the best of, all the features. Now that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
We've tried other platforms that claim to be better, but they didn't really improve. There wasn't something that was like, wow, this is like so much better. So we ended up staying with Klaviyo. Most e-commerce brands who are on Shopify are using Klaviyo, and I would recommend you move there as well. Now, when it comes to like cost optimization on Klaviyo, we can help you with that. That's maybe, we can cover that in a different video. But the one downside with Klaviyo is that it can be more expensive, but you're also getting, if you're a growing brand, I think it's the right move. So yeah, use this as an opportunity. Like Yotpo as an email marketing platform, like going to Klaviyo is going to be a big upgrade.
Definitely.
Now, the reason why they want you to move to Attentive and OpenSend is because they have partnerships with those platforms, meaning they're likely going to get some monetary kickback from sending all these customers to those platforms. Okay.
I just want to be clear as well. We don't get paid by Klaviyo to mention them. We're not in any way partnered with them in that way.
Yeah, we're a Klaviyo partner, like one of the highest tiers, but we don't get anything for it. Like Klaviyo needs to step their game up with the partnerships. I think they missed the boat with the Yotpo migrations. Anyway, you can also use SMS within Klaviyo, so you can keep that all in one platform, and it's going to keep you from having different platforms. Look, I have nothing against Attentive. We use Attentive for a client. We use PostScript for a client. Like, yeah, all these platforms ultimately are the same. Maybe there's low cost differences, but ultimately you just need to think of what's more streamlined and what gives you the better features that you need for your business right now.
Yeah, and just to mention on that as well, I know that Yotpo will, I don't know exactly what they're offering, but they may be offering some kind of offer or deal if you go with Omnisend and Attentive. And I want to make it clear that even though Klaviyo can be a little bit more pricey, they also are very competitive. And I encourage you to reach out. If you're working with an agency, you can just say to your agency, hey, we want to migrate to Klaviyo. And if you're like an agency like us, we have direct contact. We can just be like, hey, we have a client that's migrating over. Can you help us out? If you don't, and you're just your own kind of business or a freelancer or brand owner, then what you can do is do the same thing, but just mention that you're migrating over to Yotpo. They're probably getting tons of messages right now saying, hey, we're trying to leave migrate from Yotpo and we need some support. And we want to make it as cost effective as possible. And I know Klaviyo is open to doing that. I've had that experience.
Last point is before we move on, at Hayes, we can help you migrate. If you want to work with us as an email partner, we work with multiple 8-figure brands on email. It's not our first rodeo. We've been doing this for years. That's interesting. Obviously, there's a link down below. You can go ahead and check us out. We'll migrate you for free as part of coming on and working with us and get you set up properly in Klaviyo, migrate all your flows, all your audience segmentation, your pop-ups, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's if you're interested, check it out.
I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? So
that is all we have for part 1. Make sure to tune in for part 2, which is coming soon on this channel. If you haven't yet, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when that video drops.